Emoji. You just said
Hey, the grind's on, I'm just trying to get the bands in. Take man, you know we get the hands in. Throw fists so you know that they landing. We stand out cause you know we can't stand in. We look good, we ain't ever look stranded. In a cute top down, tunes banging.
Our identity as a society is that of a consumer. We are consumers through and through. When something in the house breaks, we unambiguously go on Amazon and buy a replacement for it. If it's something you can't replace, you pay someone else to fix it for you. I'm a product of this society. The problem with a consumer-based society like this is we start to forget the value we have as individuals. Advertising has brainwashed us into believing we are only able to complete tasks and live our privileged lives only because of the products they allow us to buy. We are slaves to the system. When we want to get better at photography, we look to upgrade our camera instead of honing our skill. When we don't understand our homework, we pay someone to do it for us instead of trying to studiously learn the material. Instead of cooking, we order fast food because it requires less effort. We always want quick fixes. Something that will improve our lives now. Something that will feed me now. Something that will solve my problem now. Of course, with this attitude, we would believe that money will solve all of our problems because everything we place value in requires money. All of the desirability placed in instant gratification makes our value of self depreciate. We no longer trust ourselves because we don't ever have to test ourselves. Everything is done by the product. All we have to do is click the button. We have lost our character as human beings. We're supposed to be the innovators, the problem solvers, but instead we are just slaves. I know what you want to say though, but we are innovating. We are solving problems. That's why we have all of these advanced products. But are we really solving these problems and innovating, or is it just the top 1% that is leaving us to be useless, sheltered consumers? Before you try to compare this to the innovators of the past like Edison or Tesla advancing the human race and it being no different, I want to stop you there, because it is very different. Even though the geniuses of previous times were doing a lot of the forward thinking and advancing society as a whole with their inventions, the general populace still had responsibilities in the innovation of their own lives. When something in the house broke and you had no money, you had to come up with a solution. When cleaning and drying the clothes, you had to do it manually. If you didn't understand your homework, you just had to think harder. There were no convenient outs to our problems, so people were forced to face them. In facing them, they overcame them, then learned to trust themselves because of these experiences. But when do we have to do that now? And this is not something strictly related to rich people in the West. Poor people are also just as product dependent as the rich people. In some cases, they are even more. It has gotten a lot more affordable to be a consumer. This is probably the most affordable time to be one ever. The reason why companies like Amazon are making their prices so low and so accessible is because they know that the more people they get to rely on them, the more power they have. They want us all to be useless humans that are only good at pressing the purchase button. And I honestly think they're going to succeed.
And along with making us legit comes cash. Tons of it. I mean, what do you think we're doing out here in the middle of the desert? It's all this money. This is the end result of all the bright lights and the comp trips, of all the champagne and free hotel suites, and all the broads and all the booze. It's all been arranged just for us to get your money. That's the truth about Las Vegas. We're the only winners. The players don't stand a chance.